Okay, so I've been gone from this channel for a while now. Let's break down everything that has happened here in my life. In the past, since the start of November. Okay. At the start of November, I was abruptly hospitalized. Uh, I was on a late night drive with my dad. He randomly called me out of the blue to check in on me for reasons that I would only find out later. Um, and he called me saying, "Hey, do you want to go for a drive?" I was like, "Sure." I was just lying on the couch, uh, just curled up in a ball, just lightly napping, sometimes watching videos, and he comes in. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't come in. He comes to my place. And we go for a drive, and my brain was just really out of it. Uh, and he just was asking questions about how it's been going, and I'm not a stinking liar, so I tell him how it's been going, and I tell him about the self-harm that I was doing. Just some minor cutting, just minor stabbing pokes, just to get through pain and anxiety. Um, and he felt very concerned about me, and he thought it was right to check me into the hospital for mental health, and they ended up telling me that I should probably stay the night so I can talk to a psychiatrist in the morning, which it took until 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. The next day to actually see a psychiatrist. And it took until 3 p.m. the, the very same day to leave the hospital. Uh, and they were able to get me some resources that I need. Um, some of them I've not. I followed through pretty much all of them, aside from getting a social worker, which I forget how I do that, but I think I might be on a wait list. I'm on a wait list for a lot of things right now. And yeah, it's just waiting for those things to happen. Uh, but while I was waiting in the lobby, um, well, I got checked in, and I was waiting in a lobby in the psych ward in the mental health place where they stick us. And my dad was sitting right beside me, and I go in to a private room to talk to a nurse. And when I come out, my dad tells me, "Hey, your landlord doesn't want you to come back. He he's kicking you out." And I just sunk in my chair. I was stressed out. I was fuming under the surface, not at him, but at myself. I was so upset. I had so much emotions I just held in because I liked my living situation, okay? I liked living with my friends, and the living situation was very easy. I really didn't have to do too much to uh make it work, and I couldn't make it work. And here are some details I pieced together afterwards. I'm pretty sure one of my roommates, and I think I know who, they snitched on me. No, they informed my landlord about my self-harm. And my landlord is already pretty perceptive, and the excuse that they use to say that they don't want me back is that they've noticed a deterioration in the last like couple months. Funny enough, the 2 months that I was on increased medication dosage by my doctor. That's great. Doctors, they don't know what they're doing with medication. It's all experimentation. And a psychiatrist I talked to said, "You're not guinea pigs. We're just trying to find out the right dosage." I feel like a guinea pig when they are just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. They don't. It's not an exact science. Yeah. Anyways, between my landlord observing how I've been doing and I think the being informed about the self-harm was like the final straw. Yeah. Also that night, the reason why I believe my dad called me to check in is because my mom, she wanted to know about me, so she called my landlord to see how I've been doing. My landlord told her that I wasn't doing the greatest, and I think telling her just kind of solidified in his mind about me. And so my mom heard what he says, tells my dad. My dad calls me because him and I like to go for drives. That's how we like to flesh out ideas, get out, change of scenery. Yeah, that's what happened. And once I got picked up at 3 p.m. after my hospital visit, my mom picked me up, and I'm back where I started. Back here at this lovely resort. At least I don't have to stay in my room because it was under renovation, and I was able to move into my parents' bedroom, and they moved into my old bedroom that's completely done and renovated. So at least I don't have to deal with the same old patterns. I don't know. I'm still falling into the same old bad habits, bad patterns. Yeah, I've not been doing the greatest. Life feels like it sucks most of the time. Chemicals in my brain just say that. Most of the time, I don't find any joy, any pleasure in anything I do. Being out of the house sucks. I'm anxious. I'm uncomfortable. My insides are screaming at me. So, yeah. My parents left 2 days ago, so I've just been indulging in pleasures because it's nice to indulge in mindless pleasures for once, actually feel some good things. And sometimes I feels like my mind is on drugs, which I'm only on antidepressants. So maybe it's the antidepressants are making me feel like I'm on cannabis or I'm on microdosing or maybe doing that kind of drugs while I'm on antidepressants change my brain, and now my brain is constantly. No. Before I experimented with that shit, I never really felt. I had a hard time feeling good things. So maybe previous drug use while on antidepressants have changed things. I don't know. Like I will just be laying in bed and then I'll feel drip, 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 drip in my brain of these very unpleasant sensations. And it's just, oh my god, could it just please stop? And then it just takes over my brain. And it's just like, I'll just be faced with sudden episodes of that out of the blue for no good reason. Yeah, people say you're doing everything right. You're going to X and Y, you're doing it, I'm doing everything right, but nothing feels right. And so, past 2 months, I've just been living here. No, not past 2 months, past month, sorry. Since November, it's the start of December right now, so. Yeah. To pass the time, I've been writing short stories, poetry, drawing things. I've been trying to get my cognitive factors back online because thinking and talking can be very difficult at times. I feel immobilized both internally and externally. My body is weak, I'm sore, I'm out of breath. It's hard to get up and move, and when I do move, moving feels like it sucks. Yeah. So, even when I'm active, I get really exhausted and it takes a while for me to recover. I love being me, and I love being addicted to all these sorts of things. I love being addicted to online and making that my whole life. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still interested in the things, and I'm still doing the things that I've done in my childhood. Yeah. Tell me there's hope, even when I'm filled with self destructive tendencies. Of repeating the same thing a day over day. I've, I've been going to group counseling, and that's been great. Uh, you know, being around like minded people that are going through similar experiences, people talking about depression, suicide, suicidal ideation. I know what all that's like. I I know what it's like to spur of the moment wanting to kill yourself desperately, but something just stops you. Yeah, I know what that's like. And when I first started going, um, September, Yeah, in like September, or no, October something. I can't keep anything. I think it was September. Yeah, when I first started going. Um, it was great. Um, cause like it was like my first time going out in like several months, and first like couple of weeks I was great. I was very talkative, and I shared a lot of my knowledge, and people actually took notes about what I had to say because I really know my shit. And I feel like some of the stuff I've said was really helpful. I've been seeing less and less of them as I've been going, so that's a good sign. Seeing, because I hope it's a good sign, and I hope it's not them retreating away from the world. Well, I hope that people that took my advice, um, it was effective for them. But it's not all about me. The therapists there are great. They're really good to. They're really great to get us engaged in the topic. Like it's it's group counseling, but it's more like a group class, a very interactive group class where there's a topic and some a lot of times there's theory that they spout, but then there's also like props, like fidget things that we can interact with that are important for the topic at hand. Uh, like Monday is always like a wellness topic. It's something different every time. Tuesday is always about cognitive behavioral therapy, how your behavior, your physiology, so the chemicals in your body, um, your gut reflexes, how like your temperature, that kind of stuff, your behavior, your physiology, your thoughts, and your emotions, how they all affect each other. And it's really important if you're in a very stressful situation is to disrupt one of those things to then have a domino to disrupt other things. So when you're in stressful situations, you need to pause and think, hey, what can I do? Is it what do I need to do right now? Let's say I'm really stressed about school, right? And I just can't stop myself from worrying. Well, maybe the best thing for me to do is to take a cold shower to calm myself down, to cool myself down. And maybe that's what I need. Or maybe I'm in a very low state and I need to get my emotions pumped up. So I listen to emotional music to get me pumped up. That's what cognitive behavioral therapy essentially teaches. Yep. And then Thursday is dialectical behavioral therapy. Dialectical thinking is just meaning you can have two opposing thoughts that are true at the same time. Um, yeah, it's a very important philosophical concept that I'm surprised I see in therapy. So, yeah. But lately I've been too anxious to head out of the house to go to therapy. Yeah. My mind is fractured and disrupted. And when I'm out of the house, I'm stressed out. And so it's just the survival instincts, they take over. Yep. Oh, anyways, my sister should be here in like an hour. She's gonna be staying with me for a week. Well, my parents are out on vacation. They'll be gone until like Christmas time, so yippee. I'll be alone up here. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure talking to all of you Lovely folks, it's time for me to go. It reached the perfect 20-minute mark. So, if you like this video, like it. I don't know. Do what you do. Click off and go do something more productive. You'll see me in the next video, as you do. Bye.